Yo, what's up, everybody? Back with another work trading recap video. Hope everyone had a wonderful day. Let's start things off. I always pray for the best for every single one of you here that do follow my YouTube. We are at 100 fucking subscribers, so let's fucking go. Let's get a W. Good shit in the chat, whatever you wanna, in the comments, whatever you wanna say. Um, and I mean, just all I have to say is, dude, I'm happy. Thank you, all of you. And we have about, I think, 35 or 40 returning viewers, which is just absolutely awesome. That means 40 people come and rewatch my videos, which is awesome. Like, I appreciate you guys so much more than you even know. Um, like it's absurd. Like how I really, really appreciate you guys like so much. Like you don't even understand. Um, Anyways, let's get into today's trade because we banked today. We banked. So, today's trade went really, really well. So I'll start with my bias going into the day. This wasn't even a early morning trade either. This was around 9 o'clock. Um, this was around 9 o'clock, Pacific time, and Eastern time. It was about 12-ish, 11:40. Now I know I tell you guys not to trade during New York lunch, but I had gotten this trade before New York lunch when there was still high volatility in the market. So just give me a little leeway with that. But anyways, so what, going into the day, I came in here. Obviously, I'm marking up my pre-market lows, right? My pre-market lows and my pre-market highs. So for the lows of the day, I marked out this specifically right here as a low that I wanted to see get hit. And I had my high up here. So we'll make this red here. Okay. So there's our sell side liquidity. And then we have our buy side liquidity at the top. So I was looking for shorts today based on the 4-hour chart, first of all, being obviously, super bullish. We reached all-time highs yesterday. So I was looking for a bullish movement. Or sorry, I was looking for a bearish retracement. Not like a full bearish move, just I want to see a retracement, especially into this 4-hour fair value gap, which we did tap into. I wanted to see this get hit right here. And also to, come down a little bit more. But there's also a 12-hour fair value gap right here that I wanted to see get hit as well. Tapped into equilibrium of the range. So yeah, those were kind of the 15-minute highs and lows of what I was looking for today. About 85 to 90 points to work with really today, which is enough. That's plenty, plenty enough. I caught 20 handles today, and I hit a $1,185 take profit. So I'll just round it up to 1,200 to 1,200. But anyways, so let's get into kind of my thought process going into this. This was in the morning. I did take this at school. I'm going to skip through the 5-minute chart, but here on the 2-minute chart is what I want to talk about first. So on the 2-minute chart, what we have here is we have a lot to look at. So on the 2-minute chart, we take out this buy side liquidity around, so 11 o'clock Eastern time. So like 7, late, almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and Pacific time. And then we have this huge, huge imbalance candle right here. It gets filled, obviously. That's what I look for. And I think we also had SMTs right here as well. We had bearish SMTs right here, which I was, happy to see. SMTs. Oops, I got to change that because it's all screwed up, because I have it as a template. Let's do that. All right, cool. SMTs. So yeah, we have bearish SMTs right there. And then automatically we had the market structure shift that happened right here. This is the market structure shift that I saw and I was super happy about. It was a bearish market structure shift, obviously, because I did take shorts. So let's mark that out and we'll go assess, market structure shift, style. Color is red. Yeah, so I saw the market structure shift, right? And immediately, so usually what does happen, if you guys do look at all of the times that the market does start to shift structure on any time frame, one to even the daily chart, what you'll see is with the market structure shift is usually a candle that has a fair value gap. It creates a fair value gap with the market structure shift. So what I like to do is I like to enter off of the fair value gap with the market structure shift, right? People like ICT and things like that, they will actually enter like the second they do see a market structure shift, and they'll actually add when it comes into the fair value gap, but that's more of an advanced technique to learn. Um, and it's just not really, I'm still not 30 years into trading like ICT is, or 35 years, however long he's been trading for. So what I do is I enter off the fair value gap. I always wait for it to reach equilibrium of the fair value gap, or the mid range of the fair value gap. So it was really, really perfect for me to take this short right here, because one thing that I've been struggling with, that I've been trying to get better with, is actually is I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say I'd calling this trading with my emotions, but it's more about like trading like things I want to see, or not want, like a little more on the side of what I want to see than what I'm actually seeing. So today I said, you know what, like I'm gonna work more. I'm gonna work harder on trading what I see, and that's it, right? Because the market, the way this algorithm presents itself is you have to trade what you see, not what you feel, not what you think you see, what you see, what presents itself. And if something presents itself that follows with what you like to see, boom, there's your trade. And that's what I saw this morning, right? Um, so on the 1 minute chart, it also tapped into another 1 minute fair value gap. So when you have layers of fair value gaps and things along those lines, it gives you that extra layer of confluence. Like I could start from a 15 minute to a 5 minute to a 2 minute to a 1 minute, and then it'll come to the meat and bones of those, all of those different time frames or intervals. And so I got entered. I didn't enter off of the equilibrium today because the way that price action was looking, I entered off here because this was also the mid range of a fair value gap as well. So, and I knew all in all that it wasn't going to break through the fair value gap, or go above it, because of the fact that we had a really strong volatility to the downside. Apologies. We had strong volatility to the downside, and sellers started to really step in the market, and I saw that market structure shift. So I wasn't too worried about it coming all the way up, here, and putting my stops at like, here or something like that. I played, my simple 1 to 2, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at. Is I just I played my simple 1 to 2. That's the way it is. But anyways, so I got entered, I got filled right here, and I caught 20 points and a quarter, right? Which actually worked out really, really well, because we had this come in here. And honestly, here's the thing. I actually did size up today. Today was my first day using 3 contracts on NASDAQ versus using 2 contracts on NASDAQ, 3 minis, by the way, on NASDAQ. So this would have been roughly $550 to $600 stop loss versus my $300 to $400 stop loss before. And this is about, before 30 points would have been 1200, but now 20 points is 1200. So, I might even extend that a little bit. But as you can see, my TP literally got hit perfectly. It came down and it wicked my take profit, and I would say overall it was a really, really solid trade. Most people actually, what they probably would have done was they would have come here, they got entered, they got filled, and once they start to see a reverse up into this fair value gap, they either would have, if you're smart, or if you're taking things on a little more the risky side, you're probably going to be um you're probably going to be sorry, I apologize, I really do. You're probably going to be what's it called? You're probably going to be adding on contracts, or you're going to be selling because you think that the market is not going to do what you want it to. But that's not the case. A lot of people aren't very, I don't want to say intelligent, but well, along those lines, intelligent with their choice making. And I'm not sometimes too, but there's some people that really just need to revise what they're doing. Anyways, after I saw all these things get hit, I was super happy. It was just one of those things where I trade what I saw. I traded like a robot. I traded like I'm a part of the algorithm, and it worked out in my favor. So I think that does have a lot to say about the way that you should be trading. So I mean, yeah, essentially that was today's trade. Really solid trade. And as you can see, actually later, it did start to dump a little bit. It started to dump to the downside. Like I was saying, where, we came down even more and it's still, coming down. That's what I wanted to see for the day. After hitting all-time highs, usually you're bound for some sort of a retracement move, which, I mean, as you can see, did get hit today. So I'm looking actually for us to come down to around, apologies. I'm looking us to come down to around the 18 like 500 range, 550 range to just 18,500 flat range tomorrow. So be in the lookout for that. Some more shorts tomorrow for sure. Um, I'm looking for pretty much like in this pretty much in this fair value gap range. That's essentially what I'm looking for, is some deeper into the fair value gap, possibly equilibrium of the fair value gap, which I might target tomorrow, or even bottom of the fair value gap as well. And yeah, so there's really not much more to the trade today. Oh, also, I want to state that I am actually making a paid Discord. Once again, I'm gonna just throw it out there. It's $15 a month. Um, if you're worried about $15 a month, get off my video. You shouldn't be worried about trading. This is to help improve traders, improve myself, and build a community around everything I do, which is kind of the goal of why I made this YouTube channel. I want to build a community, and I want to be able to connect with anybody who does see my videos that might have more of a following than I do, or just anything along those lines. So I will be coming out with a paid Discord. That'll probably be coming out around the first week of June, if not the last week in May. I'm working on a bunch of payment processes and, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to set up if you want to pay with crypto, if you want to pay with cash, or not cash, but like, you know what I mean? Like a debit card, credit card, whatever it is. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on right now, if you guys were wondering. But with that, I'm going to end the video there. I hope everyone had a wonderful day of trading. Whether you won or lost, I hope you learned something. Hope you had a great Thursday. I know today was a good day for me. A lot of good things happened. And always trust in God. Remember that. And yeah, I hope, you have some good food on the table tonight, wherever you are. And I will see you all on the charts tomorrow. Peace.